whether it was to make fun of them or just blackmail, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have lost trust in someone that they thought, like you said, thought that they could trust. And so once they did, once they felt that a betrayal, there's if I couldn't trust the one person I thought I could trust, what makes you think I could trust somebody that I work with or been friends with for a little bit, you know, and or spouse, whatever the case may have been. I think betrayal has a lot to do with that, and for a lot of men, because one, we're already told not to speak up, you know, it's suck it up and get back to work and things in that nature. So once we feel that betrayal from somebody, it's man, it's hard to talk about things that are really bothering us and really put us in a position to believe that we have no one, you know. So
Yeah, and you're very right about that, man. I think something like probably one of the biggest ones, probably the biggest betrayal that we get hit with the most is our significant other, man.
Right.
That is the person that you think in this world, you know, especially when you have mad love for them, man. That's the person in this world that you think is supposed to have your back no matter what. You know, you through thick and thin, through it all, you know, you go out and you bust your ass every day. You deal with bullshit from everybody every day. You come home to your house, your spouse, your family, and that's supposed to be your safe space.
Right.
That's supposed to be where you can come back and you can relax. That's your castle. That's where you. That's supposed to be all you right there.
Right.
And then to come back, talk to them, and then and later on in a fight or something, you know, you sit there and they throw that same thing back against you.
Right.
You know, then it's like, well, damn, dude, like that's you're supposed to be my people. You're supposed to be on my side. And I told you that out of confidence. You sit there and try to confide in you, and now you're just using that as power. You're using that as ammunition, as leverage to get back to me. And it's like, for what? Now I'm not even gonna tell you. And you're supposed to be the person that's supposed to have my back.
Right.
So if I can't trust you, what makes you think I can trust anybody else out here?
Yeah.
And that's the hardest one, man.
I think another one also, man, is imagine being buddies with somebody for, you know, since elementary, and through junior high, high school, whatnot, whatever, and then you're adults, right? And you get betrayed by that friend.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's another thing,
That is
because
another
not only let's say, like you were saying, like spouse, like that is different, right? You're supposed to, but then the next one behind that is friends. How do you?
Yeah.
So how, if I can't go home, right? For I don't, let's just say, it's nothing bad about it, but let's just say I'm not open to talking to my spouse like that, right? And like, theoretically, let's think about it. So let's say I can't go there. So we have our friends, right? We have it don't even have to be a lot, just 5 friends that you can, you know, that you have, and you can't go to one of them, or you can go to one of them, but they betray you.
Yeah.
Who do you go to? Who do you turn to?
Yeah. After that, what's left?
That's what I'm saying. Like how do you trust? Again, let's say you're single, right? Let's just get that out. You're single and you have friends. Who do you turn to?
And see, that's exactly what you mean. Because I think in my head, man, I think the 3 people that you would think that you should be able to turn to would either be a spouse, a best friend, or a family member.
Right.
And I don't know about you, man, but I can speak personally by saying I have been betrayed by every single one of those
That's
groups.
crazy.
And that really makes you wonder,
That's-
dude.
yeah,
Like,
that's
you know,
crazy.
Who else is left?
Right.
So then you just keep it inside, man. It's like I ain't tell nobody.
Right.
I ain't tell nobody, because my weaknesses can be used against me, and that could end up, you know, making me, you know, in some kind of vulnerable situation later on. Exactly. And I think that's where things are different, dude. That's where it's like, you know what?
I think the feeling of betrayal, especially like you mentioned, a spouse, friends, and family, brings it just magnifies the feeling of betrayal and the emotions behind that. So you're already going through things, right? Let's just say you already have problems, right? You're already facing these demons, and then you go and speak about it, right? So not only are you dealing with that, now you go and speak about it, and then it's used or made fun of, right, towards you. How do you come back from that? And what I've gone through and things I've experienced, man, I think that's what broke me the most, is feeling that feeling. Because once I felt that, there was nothing left of me, to give, and so my spirit, in a sense, was broken.
Yeah.
Then I started caring about things that were irrelevant to what I was going through, and again, it just magnified everything else around me, and man, I think that's how a lot of men take that downward spiral is losing themselves. And we spoke about it over the phone, a lot of times in the past month or so, and even before, a few years ago when you joined the oil field, and we started talking then. I think once you lose yourself, nothing good can come out of that.
I think it's a dark hole, man.
Yeah.
And I know you and I, man, dude, you're somebody that I contact a lot whenever
Right.
I'm going through anything, man, dude. I've known you for years now. And when I first broke out in the oil field, dude, you were there already, and it was like having that buddy that you could sit there and talk about these things with,
Right.
dude. Because I would sit there, man. You honestly, man, you're probably one of the reasons that helped me get out of that dark space.
That's crazy.
Because I sat there, man, and that spot you get into, like I had explained kind of an example of this before, but whenever you're in like a bad relationship or just things are going bad in your life, man, it's just like this dark void. Like you're just in this spot, man, and it just seems like nothing's going right, man. Nothing is
It's
going
almost
good
like
for
it's
you.
almost, I don't know if you've seen it on like movies or cartoons, but the one that brings the most to me, like I remember the most is I think Thor: The Dark World, and they're at this place. They just discovered this wormhole, right? And Thor comes, and it's a cloud over them, and it's just raining. But it's it's raining around them, and it's dry on the chick that he likes, right? And that's what I see when reference to you saying nothing goes right is just a dark cloud of rain just follows you, and like again, it's just we all experience those rainy days, and it's like once things go bad, everything starts to go
Yeah.
with it, and then that's what I kind of get the feeling of when you say that nothing goes right is something like that.
See,
for
and
instance.
you mentioned that one. What it brings to mind for me, man, is Looney Tunes, man. I was a huge fan of Looney Tunes, and growing up, man, you see that's one of the cartoons that they would have is you have one particular person, man, who had that giant storm cloud that's right over him.